Welcome to the Smoke Podcast. Y'all, welcome to another
episode.
Great episode of the Smoke Podcast. Man,
Kimberly, you down in that drink, aren't you?
I think she like it.
I think that, because, we all, except for our guests, we got a guest this week.
But have you noticed that Kimberly has been, every time she go out, I think she has a adult beverage?
Well, she is an adult.
She is an adult. There you go. So
she can do what adults do. Exactly.
There you go.
Right.
But she be hooking drinks up. I'm like, okay. When you have your dinner party.
Have you noticed Kimberly ain't invited us to shit in a while?
I'm
she's still under construction, dog. I promise you. Listen, if you follow Kimberly on any social media, you'll see that
you back on Facebook?
Yeah.
She got that.
She was on Facebook jail for a while.
Forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had you on lockdown. They had you like Trump.
They got rid of my account. Mm-hmm.
So you had to start all the way over. Wow.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I am so okay with that.
I was talking to Cynthia Daniels today because, I do a lot of work for her, and apparently her account got hacked. And she lost all her stuff. She said, can you send me those links again to those pictures that you shot for me? I'm like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
so
I lost
she said she
everything.
got hacked. You got hacked too, right?
Yeah.
I thought you said some shit.
I ain't say anything. It just said something about your account is gonna be disabled.
You know what? And this, and I know
something.
this is not the point where we're on the smoke, but this lady hits me up on Instagram. First off, I don't really take people that I don't know, and I thought I knew this lady, so I said, I accepted her. 2 minutes later, hello, how you doing? I'm like,
in the
Lord,
DM?
here we go. Yeah, in the DM. I'm
It
like,
goes
I'm
down
good.
in
I'm
the
good.
DM.
And she was like,
Yo got it.
Yeah, are you interested in making an extra $1,000 a week?
Yeah,
I'm like,
I get that shit too.
I'm like, no. I
No.
said, I'm straight. I'm traveling right now. So then she hits me back again. I'm gonna send you a link and just send me the code that it sends you. She was sending me a thing to reset my damn password. I
Nope.
said, are you think I'm dumb or something? I'm
Yep.
not gonna give you that code.
You know what I got? You know what I've been doing?
What?
They send me something like that. I say, oh man, you got that good shit. And then you hear nothing. Or let me see you naked.
That happened to me. I tried to sell something on Facebook Market, just some furniture or whatever, and so they hit me up, and it was two of them at the exact same time. It was such a scam. So if they ask you for a Venmo or something, they was like, oh, we can only do Venmo, and they both had the same store. My son gonna come by and pick it up. I said, you need to talk to your partner. Y'all need to fix y'all stories because y'all got the same store. And I reported them. I'm like,
and I like the one that say, just send me your your Cash App.
This is what she says. She says, if you see a blessing of $1,000 giveaway on your PayPal or Cash App for my company, what would you do with it? My reply to her was, I'm good. Thanks, though. Then this was on Saturday.
They got time.
That was on Saturday. Then Monday, she says, I need a favor for you. Can you help? And then she put the little praying hands, question mark. And I said, depends. She says, I'm contesting for an ambassador spot at an online influencers program. Can you please vote for me? I said, yeah, I'll vote for you. She says, the voting link has been sent automatically to your phone via SMS text message. Click the link, copy it, and send it to me. And I said, this is what I said. Are you a damn idiot or you think I'm an idiot? Or one?
Both.
And she didn't respond at all. Then she came back. Send me a screenshot once you get it. I said, girl, I'm not finished.
Get off this
man,
page.
I mean, they got it down, and then the funny thing is when you get something from your relatives.
I wish
What's up? What's up, man?
Yep.
I ain't talked to you in a while. I got something for you. I said, what's up, cuz? How you doing, man? You still got that broke tooth in the front?
Yo, butt.
I'm like, Fave, I'll be like, really? I said, I'll be over there in a little bit. Well, no, just send it to me via cat. I was like, why I got to send it? I'm going to be over your house in a few minutes.
No.
We still going to the game this weekend?
Speaking of games, Kimberly, Fabian threw down once again with that food at the game. Man.
Well, I got to do it. I got to represent.
We had ribs.
I'm so
we
blessed.
had chicken wings.
Fabian.
Yeah, we had some brisket on bread. And the
On
most
buns.
important thing we had was some damn Wonder Bread and some red smoked sausages.
And that sweet
Kimberly,
baby Ray's.
You ought to be good for a while.
I know, because I don't get them, You know what?
So
when
wait a minute, you don't cook them for yourself?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Did you take a plate home?
No, I don't like to do that.
Kimberly, she was going someplace else at that time.
I don't like to do that.
She went away. Where you been?
No, she want her car smelling like red smoke side.
Now that's not true. I just don't want to be greedy. I try to eat wherever it place I am. Yep. I try to be considerate of the cook.
Hey, my cousin Hollywood, that motherfucker, he come, man. Hey, man, cuz, where the Reynolds rap at?
That's what's up. Everybody had a good time.
Everybody had a good time. You know, and that's what it's about.
Yep.
That's what
we
it's
need
about.
some good times.
Yeah, and we smoked some good cigars. What did you smoke that night?
I had a Cohiba.
Of course you did.
You always get Cohibas, man.
Because you
like
was it a black?
markets.
Yeah, I had the black Cohiba.
You had the black.
Because if you always go back to what you know, you never gonna
I
be
had a
disappointed.
rude boy.
Hello, rude boy.
Yes.
I had a rude boy.
Yes.
What was you smoking? I looked
Back
over
on
there.
the
You had
black
yours up
markets.
on your black markets.
Back on them.
On your boy.
I know. Hey.
I know. Yeah.
What's up?
Yo, back on your boy. Okay, I get it. But you know, last week, I'll be honest with you, Smoke Fam, we normally do 2 different alcohols. Our guest wanted some wine. I'm back on the monkey shoulder. I'm back on the monkey
Back
shoulder.
on it.
Me too.
I'm back
It's
on the
made
monkey
his
shoulder.
second appearance. It was really
It
good.
was really good. It was really good. And you know, it's unfortunate I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I'd be really on it.
Yeah, Fabian had it sitting down there by the computer.
I'm bad about that. I had a client. It's like, how the hell you do that? I say, you know, when you this good, you can do that shit. Like that.
Right. You're a professional still, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, on some level
both.
though, when you have something that's just to take the edge off, it
You have
makes
to
you
be
more
creative. Yeah,
it makes you more
you have
creative.
to.
You know, and the other part is people don't realize it takes a lot of brain power to constantly be creative.
It does.
It really does. And I'm not gonna say I see why they do drugs the way they do.
I see why they can do
but I
little hits.
understand.
I understand.
It's the unfortunate part is they get hooked on it, but I understand.
A
why.
little.
They take it a little too David
far.
Ruffin.
Right? No, we ain't doing that. We just doing.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know, you gotta take the edge off every once in a while, and you know, smoke your cigar, smoke you whatever else you gonna smoke. You know, some grown folk stuff. That's
So
what
now,
do.
you know, we our guest, which we're gonna bring her on in a second, she is a newbie to the cigar game.
I love seeing
And so
it.
the first question she asks is when she smoked a cigar, why y'all do this? So, you know, typically if you get a cigar is gonna last you about the cigar that we gave you it's about an hour and a half.
Hour and a
stick.
half smoke. Yeah.
So if you got nothing to do and you just chilling, you sitting and you smoking, even if you don't finish it. Now the reason your cigar has went out is because you not smoking, and that's what happens. And the cigars we had on last week's show, the Opus X, those cigars, if you talk for a couple seconds, it went out.
It goes
but
out.
the good thing about that cigar is I had 3 inches of ash.
You know what?
it's a
I'm
good
gonna
ash.
give you that 3 inches of ash, man. Kimberly, what do you think?
Okay.
No. Ike, Kimberly, did Ike have 3 inches? Wait, we
She
talking
can't
about the
give it to
cigar?
me.
That's all I know you would be talking about. But yeah.
What it is that cigar, the Opus, is rolled so tightly that the ash doesn't just fall off. It's those cigars that the ash is like those black markets. Man, I had ash flying every damn.
I don't have that issue with the
Ash
black
was
market.
everywhere, huh? Ike?
Yes.
Ash was everywhere.
Ash was everywhere.
I love a good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I love when ash is everywhere too.
So it was funny. I did a wedding, I guess a couple weeks ago, and the guys was like, "Yeah, man, we gonna do these cigars. You know, we all the guys." So I'm just like looking. I was like, "These some lightweights." I
What
said,
they was smoking?
"Tatiana's, you already know. You already know."
I just wanted to hear you say it.
Yeah, and
You know the bad thing about it, the word Tatiana.
as soon as he said it, I just dropped my head. And he was like, "What's wrong?" I said nothing. I said that's a good beginner stick.
Oh, you should.
I don't even think it's a good beginner.
I don't
stick.
either. I
That's
think
a stick. It's like if somebody just, hey man, y'all smoking cigars, you got an extra one here.
No thanks.
No, they're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Because you know what? In all honesty, he said, "You want one?" I said, "Yeah, go and throw it in my bag." And I did. I just threw it in my bag and took it to the house, put it in my humidor.
You actually, you should have lent it. It is a great room freshener.
It is. It will. And they were smoking Groovy Blues too. They were smoking Groovy Blues.
That scent will take out anything.
So would.
You can use it like an incense. I know
there you go.
we done told you.
Man, what's that skunk smell? Hold up, let me get this Groovy Blue.
Right. Because that is overpowering.
And you know what? If you walk into a small space and somebody's smoking Groovy Blues,
You know it.
You immediately know it. You like, okay.
I'm in the wrong spot.
You know what? We do not cigar shame on this show.
Yeah, I didn't cigar shame them per se. I
Yes,
just
you
kind of
did.
laughed. I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. Isaac, did you smoke the Tatiana on spot?
No.
Okay, then you.
But if it would have been something else, would you?
Wait a minute. In fairness, I was working.
He was working.
Okay.
So,
there's certain things we don't do when we work.
Okay, I just want.
I mean, we do drink when we work.
I may drink, but I'll be real careful before because you'll be getting pictures and they'll be all cocked sideways. I'll have to go back and fix them. Oh goodness, because I swear that's what my guy Ernest Withers. I'm not saying he was smoking cigars before he took pictures, but towards the end, I remember me and Faye, we was at what was that restaurant that everybody used to go to?
Leeches.
We was at Leeches, and here come Mr. Withers, and he was almost like Tyrone. Hey, I got some pictures of you.
Dude, Tyrone. I love Tyrone to death, but Tyrone will see you 5 years later. Hey, man,
I got some
got
pictures
this picture
for
for you. I was like, dog, where you find it? I was like, well, I just assumed you might be coming to this event.
But no, Tyrone, he carries 2 bags. One bag is his camera, and he has another one on wheels that he got all these pictures in there.
Oh wow!
And he can go.
Yeah,
in
it's almost like he got the shit in alphabetical order.
But but Faye, you're a video guy. I'm a photo guy. Like this lady had passed away that was used to always go to the Freedom Awards.
Right.
I found like 3 pictures of her. Just when I saw her picture and I saw she had passed, I immediately went back through the pictures that I had shot, and bam, there she was right there. So I mean, so I think that's what we do.
Well, something happened to me, man. I'll make sure they call you.
Yeah, get the picture.
Well, I guess I can't make sure they call you. I can put it in the.
You can't do nothing about it at that point.
You've been checked out.
Yeah.
Man, let's take this break. Let's bring our guest in. Let's talk about this wine.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something about this guest.
Oh, tell us, because all we know is her name right now.
Yeah. Her name is Kimberly also, but
Yeah.
she got a DR in the front of hers.
DR.
Oh, I'm not
Dominican
that smart.
Republic.
No, she got a real DR in front of hers. It's not.
I
She a
don't got
preacher?
that.
She's not a preacher. Is she?
She's not a preacher. She's not a professor.
She got a real paper.
She's not a professor.
She got the real
okay.
paper.
She had to go to school for a long time.
Oh.
She got the. She paid off her student loans.
She ain't paid her shit off yet. She's
It's a work in progress.
She taking matter of fact, she's taking other jobs to pay off her shit.
Oh.
She done formed another business just to pay off her student.
Oh, well,
loans.
I'm ready to talk to her then.
You mean like a GoFundMe almost?
Nah, she ain't GoFundMe.
Oh, she do
Well,
GoFundMe?
you know what? She might.
Might as well.
She might have a
People
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe
I'm
for
gonna give y'all an
Beyonce
update
tickets.
next week after I get my GoFundMe posted. And when I say I'm leaving Memphis and I'm on the run with Beyonce, don't get mad now. I'm be at the Renaissance tour.
They ain't gonna be like, man, I thought that motherfucker say she need to pay her rent.
No, it said rent song. Rent song. Rent song.
You gotta rinse my clothes off.
Rent song.
All right, Smoke Fam, we'll be right back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the
Welcome
Smoke
back.
Podcast. We had to light some cigars and
We'll do all this stuff.
freshen some drinks up and stuff like that. And
Kimberly got to get ready.
yes, so
Read
we
that text
so
message.
we have
I
2
was looking up
Kimberlys
the
this
cigar.
time.
We do have 2 Kimberlys.
We have 2 Kimberlys,
So how are you
but
going to differentiate
because
between
one
the
of
two
them is
It's
a doctor.
And we just gonna call you Dr.
We just
Kimberly.
gonna say doc.
Do we have to lean on that though?
That's up to you.
Wait a
You
minute,
the one
wait a
that's
minute.
paying them
Now,
loans
you know what?
off.
Hold on. Let me say this right here.
Black people.
I know plenty of people that's doctors, and
Okay.
most of them always want you to call them that because they like, I put in a lot of work to get this.
I have, but guess what?
What?
When my mother pushed me out on February 22nd, 1985, she called me Kimberly Michelle Brown. I had to earn all that other stuff later. When I meet people, I am Kim, unless I'm in the ER, and then or something.
Then you gonna have a white coat on, so they gonna.
And then I don't even have a white coat on. I probably have on just like a regular jacket and some scrubs.
So how will you know you the doctor?
Because I walk in the room and say, "Hello, my name is Dr. Brown. How can I help you today?"
And she got the voice and everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You know what? It took me a while to realize who she reminded me of, and it's not till I saw this movie the other day.
Oh Jesus!
And it's your girl Issa Rae.
Yeah.
Really?
That you sound like her,
That's a
and
huge compliment.
you sound like her. Y'all got a lot of similarities.
That is a huge compliment. You know, she and I are similar ages, and to watch what she has done for herself, I've watched her from YouTube, and just seeing her rise from HBO, and now she's just literally everywhere. She's on our movie screens. She's inspirational, so that means a lot to me. So thank you.
I agree. I used to watch her on YouTube as well.
Loved
Yeah,
it.
she used to do those little 10-minute
Like those
episodes. Yeah, and you
yeah.
watch it and you could bam, and you was waiting for the next one to drop, and then bam, she shows up on HBO.
Misadventures of the Awkward Black
That's
Girl.
it, of the awkward black girl.
I couldn't think of
That's
the title
it.
for a
That
second.
is it. That is it.
Because I felt seen, because like that was me. Like I'm always kind of like the quirky, weird girl, and I felt so seen by her in that show. So yes,
I
absolutely.
think we all can identify.
I do too.
I like the show. The show was good.
It
Yes.
took me a minute to get into it though.
Did it really?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't watch it initially, but yeah.
So there's a show that's on right now, just real quick, called Harlem. It's a black. It's a black show. It's on. Is it HBO? It's on.
I think it's on Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
That's a great show.
So they say that's supposed to be like the black girls' version of Sex and the City.
It's a great show.
It is a good show.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's
And I
pretty good.
haven't watched it. I am a Sex and the City fan, but I have not
You
watched
will
that one.
you will binge watch Harlem.
Okay.
It's that good. It's us. It's all us. You know. And
I'm here for that.
Me and my wife, we was watching it, and I said, yeah, that's why. What's the girl that got divorced from the Devin?
Oh yeah,
Megan Good.
Yeah, I said that's
Yeah.
why.
After that
Yeah,
show,
after that
I
show-
watched. Did you see the episode when the young dude? He lifted his legs up in there.
Hey, and she was the first lady too, right?
No, I think they got divorced by then.
Oh.
Or was in the process
She
of getting separated. So.
he knew what was going on.
And she went.
It's art. It's art at this point.
Yeah, but you know what? All people,
but
all
that shit
men,
was so funny.
all men are not. Because here's the question, and this is the question I posed to some more men.
Okay.
If your wife was doing scenes like that, how would you be? You know,
let me answer that question. Being, because we're borderline in that business. Well, not borderline. We actually in that business. We produce stuff like that. And when you get married to a woman that does movies, or say I want to do movies and this is what I'm doing and this is how we're gonna make our money. This is how I'm gonna support us, help support us. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
Well, you should.
You should know, and sometimes
And the man has to be secure in
sometimes
that.
that's how you matter.
that's the key.
You gotta
Sometimes
be
that's how
very
you matter.
secure.
Yeah, you got to be secure in your shit.
And you just have to trust and to just believe that your relationship is solid enough that she not
But see,
slipping and
if you're a
sliding.
good actress, then you come off on camera like you enjoying it.
So I got to say this. Why did you like? If you are a good actress,
You are.
Why you have to do all that shit?
Well, I
he
just
won't
wanted to get
let
my. I was turning to the camera.
You was projecting
to the camera.
You was
Yeah,
projecting
to the camera.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Kimberly, tell us. Dr. Kim, tell us about you.
But hold on, right there. Because I was gonna bring that back up because you see how you forgot completely about the whole medical thing. We didn't talk about something completely different.
Well, I'm just trying to show you love. That's all.
I appreciate that.
That's
You
all
worked
it is.
hard. You
and
worked
somehow
hard
to
to get there.
distinguish between the two Kimberlys.
Yeah.
Well, we already know I'm not the doctor. So
We do know that. We do know that.
wait a minute.
So, Dr. Kim, tell us about yourself.
Well,
We know your whole name now.
yes,
We know when
you
you
know
was
my
born.
whole
We
government
know you're
name.
born. You from the SIP too, right?
No, I'm actually from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh wow. How
You
end
worked
up
in the SIP for a
Tennessee?
while.
Yeah, huh?
How'd you end up in Memphis?
So
Well,
I
she was
ended
getting
up
ready
in
to tell a
Memphis.
story.
But
See?
I can't. It's called a segue leading into the question,
Get him, Kimberly.
giving a little bit of direction.
Let me shut up and
I
drink.
know where you was going, girl. I know what you're trying to say.
Thank you.
Long story short, I ended up in Memphis because I did residency here. But this
Okay.
is my second time living in Tennessee. I went to undergrad at Fisk University, which is in
Oh,
Nashville.
Nashville.
very proud Fisk alum. And so I came back because I just love the South. I love Tennessee. I think it's just got a great vibe. And when I moved back here in 2015, Memphis has been so different than what I remember. I just remember the city, driving in when my best friend was Miss Fish. She went to go visit Miss LeMoyne Owen to get her crowned. And I just remember driving and it was like super dark here. And I just like, ooh, Memphis, I don't know. And then coming back in 2015, it was like, there's like stuff to do and there's restaurants and there's things that are moving and shaking. And honestly, it was when I was working or actually shadowing in the hospital before I made my final decision to come to residency to actually move here.
Okay.
Because I saw the need, and I saw that there were not enough physicians training here that looked like us, and I knew that that's what I wanted to serve. So that's why I decided to make Memphis my number one choice, and that's where I'm at.
That's what's up, right
That's
there.
what's up. I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. It's
rough out here.
It's rough out here.
You represent.
We don't have a lot of
represent too.
advocacy when we go to the hospital. So
Can I drop one of quotes from a great friend of the podcast, Randy Orsby? He says, it's hard, but it's fair. So, yeah, I'm sure becoming a doctor was hard.
Yeah.
But it's fair.
But it's fair.
No, I wouldn't say it's fair.
Really? So why would you not say it's fair?
I wouldn't say it's fair because a few different reasons. I think we get sold a dream. We get sold a dream that, when you become a physician, you'll know how to like practice medicine, but you feel like you're going to make a huge difference in healthcare and you'll be able to do all these things. And you can in a certain way, but healthcare is such a machine.
Yep.
Political.
A lot of paperwork.
Political,
Yep.
racist, sexist,
I believe that.
ageist. There's so many different things in healthcare.
They got all the isms.
All of them. Name another one. They got that one too.
got that one
Exactly.
too.
And so I don't think it's fair because I think there's so many of us that spend so many of our 20s or however long trying to get to this point because you want to help people and you want to learn medicine and learn how to heal. And then when you get there, you have so many constraints on you and you're not able to really connect with people the way you want to. And it's a challenge. So it's rewarding some days. Don't get me wrong. Like I do my job and I do it well, but there are so many other things that I wish that I had known and understood a little bit more in depth before I walked in.
So let me ask you
You
a
probably
question.
could have saved some money.
Absolutely.
Do you watch any of the medical shows on television?
I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy because they wear their stethoscopes backwards. 100%. That is the reason why.
Wow.
Dang.
People always ask me, do I watch House? Yes, House is one of the ones that I kind of used to
Let me
watch.
tell you my show. I love watching
Scrubs?
Good Doctor. You don't like that one?
Yeah, I like Scrubs.
What
too.
about Amsterdam?
Scrubs.
New Amsterdam.
New
New
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. I've
It-
never
it-
seen
it's on NBC.
Yeah.
This is the last season too.
Okay, when did it start? I've never heard of it.
Well, this is
This
the
is
Fourth season.
fourth or
Fourth or
fifth
fifth season, yeah.
But they're cutting it off. Like
Yeah,
they're
this is the
done.
last season
Yeah, but
here.
you can catch them all 1 through 4 on
Peacock?
Netflix.
Oh,
on
okay.
Netflix right-
Peacock too.
Netflix right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like
never
just a
watched it.
medical?
It's just a different approach to
It's more of the hospital and the trials of
and
them
taking
trying
out
to
the political
Yeah.
from the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
To really try to serve people.
Interesting.
So I think
Yeah.
you might like this.
Yeah,
show.
that sounds like something I'd be
So you was a
interested in
Scrub fan?
Yeah,
I love
Scrubs is
Scrubs.
funny as
I
shit.
love Scrubs. It was
Scrubs
funny
is
as
funny
hell.
as shit.
Yeah.
And it's quite accurate.
See, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
it's
It was
quite
more
accurate.
probably more accurate than anything
quite accurate.
because everybody that I know that's a doctor, a lot of that shit I saw in Scrubs, a lot of shit they
Yeah.
talk about, and a lot of shit they do,
Yeah.
especially the male doctors.
Yes.
I bet.
Super awkward.
I don't know what y'all do, but I know the male doctors. They on some shit. So.
I
Yeah.
bet they a trip.
So what did you think of that
First
cigar?
hand.
That cigar we gave you.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
You gotta pick it back up.
I don't. I would prefer not to. But it's okay. I don't.
It wasn't what you were expecting.
It's not what I was expecting, and I wanted it. I want to inhale it. Like I need to, like you
gotta-
let it pass through my alveoli and
See,
get into my oxygen.
That's how you know.
and,
You already know technical terms of what it's not supposed to be
No,
going
you
through.
don't. Yeah.
You already know, no ma'am. And I just said we are not trying to go to the emergency room.
know.
You just want us to come hang out with you.
And
Kimberly,
what did I say? I
did
said
you
I would
catch
take
what
care
she
of
said? That she can take care of herself.
I know, but
She did say that.
But
But
before
she
she
gonna,
do
hey,
all
hey,
that,
I hope she can tell us how to put that trach on.
gonna be some MacGyvers over here.
Please don't cut my neck, y'all.
I saw
You
it.
cut the wrong
He just
vessel.
put a little hole right there. Now I ain't gonna be able to do it. I can tell you what I saw on
You know,
TV.
it's not, okay. Okay.
I ain't gonna be able. I be past that girl.
what they
You do right. You do not want my help.
So you
Fun
like,
fact that
but you
is-
like the wine.
I do like the wine.
Okay, so then I'm gonna tell you what my friends from Google say about the wine.
Okay.
So the copacetic red blend is actually a red. It's a Zinfandel-based red blend sourced from vineyards out of a city in California called, I guess, Lodi, L-O-D-I. It says the region is the benchmark for Zinfandel, where warm days, cool evenings, and sandy. I can't even
Beaches.
read. I can't see. Sandy loam soil products, wines of notable balance. So I guess they're saying that the soil in California is breeding grounds for Zinfandel
I'm
wines.
gonna go back to what I've always said about how they describe things. They hired the porn producers to write that shit.
100%.
It's,
I mean,
and check this
thank
out. It says this one is a superfood friendly, lively, rich and intense with suggestions of dark berries.
This is
chocolate.
Zinfandel or Cab.
This is this wine here. This
It's a
copacetic.
Zim mix.
This is in, yeah, it says, again, suggestions
blend.
of dark berries, chocolate, warm spices, and subtle oak tones.
I feel like that's describing me.
Okay.
Oh, let me read
Dark
that again.
berries. Yeah, read that
dark,
again.
hey, dark
it.
berries,
We got the dark right.
chocolate, warm
yeah.
spices,
Chocolate, I'm warm,
and
I'm
subtle
spicy.
oak tones.
I'll settle something.
Give 'em
All they gotta do is with red with pink
red lipstick on.
lipstick on. That's all you need.
Give them
get
all
that?
you got for a pork chop, girl. I see you over there.
She's the one that you say, put the cigar in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You made her spit her wine. This show is ridiculous. You made her
So
spit
that was
her
no.
wine out.
So we
Did
have
that go
had.
up your nose, Kim? Dr. Kim? I'm trying to figure out what didn't happen.
Let me
over
swallow
there.
this.
But she
shit.
gonna
Oh
be
my
okay
God.
because
She can take care of
She can take care
herself.
of
My
herself.
airway is clear. I am breathing, everyone. Do not worry. I'm not having an airway emergency.
Ooh,
I'm okay.
child.
airway emergency.
What happened there?
Your
I'm
mind
still
went to the
laughing at
wrong
your
spot.
dumbass.
See, Kimberly,
need to-
this is
I'll
we
get it
used to
out.
always when we first started the podcast, and it was just guys. Fabian, we always enjoyed seeing women smoke cigars.
Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't like a.
It just looked sexy to us.
Okay, I
To
figured it was
guys.
like a fetish thing.
It's a fetish
She
thing.
said a fetish.
I mean, that I guess that is the
Fried chicken
technical term.
Yeah, that's the doctor
The doctor
term.
term.
Yeah, that's what
the
it
doctor
is.
term. I mean, come on.
just the
Just
actual
go with it.
term.
Just go with it.
Yeah,
Just go with
that's
it.
what
Just go with it.
I'm with it, but I'm like Fabian. I enjoy. I mean, if you see a picture of a woman smoking a cigarette, like when me and Kimberly did her shoot, I can all of the hits that she got from people looking at them pictures.
Man, she got them lips wrapped around that cigar.
I hate people.
Pass me your cigar. Pass me your cigar, Fabian. Pass me your cigar. Look at that right there, boy. Look at this thing. Ooh,
Y'all so silly. Y'all so silly.
that's sexy right there.
Oh my God, help them today, Lord.
Now, when I asked you to come be on the show, did you think this is what we talked about?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And this is why.
And
This is
she
why I
said
wanted
that's
to
why
come.
she wanted to come
Okay,
because I want to talk
good.
shit with y'all.
Good,
that's
good.
what it's all about.
So I'm gonna just tell you, Kimberly was like, "Can we skip to the smoke part where we get somebody to smoke?" She won't talk about the police officer smoke.
No.
No,
Before we even go that far, you do something else other than being a doctor, a physician. What is it? General medicine?
No, emergency
Emergency
medicine.
Emergency medicine.
Shit, that,
Hey, hold up.
Okay.
Explain what emergency medicine is for us.
When you go to the emergency department, ER.
Is that the emergency room?
that's why you
When
gonna like
you go to the
Amsterdam.
ER.
I'm not lost. They lost.
When you
I'm
go,
there too.
when,
I'm with
when
you,
you
Kimberly.
go to the ER, whether you walk in, your ambulance, whatever, I am the doctor that you see. That's
So
the
you
best way
that
to
so
explain
you
it.
that person we waiting on.
That's-
When we gonna be seen?
Yeah,
The doctor ain't got here yet.
absolutely. No, not there yet. Because I'm there. I'm
there.
there.
She
Yeah.
there on
Usually
for
I'm
her
there.
shift. She there for her shift.
She had to go take a smoke break. She had to go
no,
smoke a
I
square.
Oh, not a
Don't do
smoke
that
break.
lady like that. She's a professional.
I might be there maybe about 10, 15 minutes late, but I am there.
Yeah, you are there.
But the volume, we're just seeing just a lot of people in the ER.
What's the big thing y'all seeing?
COVID?
COVID still?
No.
Oh.
Let me tell you, I stopped seeing COVID and the numbers that we had been seeing it probably late 2021.
Okay.
It has been pretty much under control all of last year and into now. I would say right now, a lot of chest pain and a lot of like psychiatric illness and like lots of suicidal
New
people
Amsterdam.
and lots of people like on drugs or on alcohol or, you know, and they're just trying to get off of it. There's a lot of psychiatric things that I'm seeing currently.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and you, when you said the psychiatric piece, that just made me think of a friend of mine, police officer T. Shaw. So T got a call. There was a young man on the bridge trying to jump.
Yeah, I saw that story.
A
Another
young
one?
man. This was last week.
So it's the same person.
18-year-old young man was on the bridge, and she pulled up, and she talked him down.
Oh, wow.
And when she got through, she told him. She says, "Listen." She says, I'm a mom too. She says, I've got kids. She's, you know, she told him I love you. And she hugged him, took him off the bridge and got him help. Matter of fact, another friend of mine, Chef Tam, was trying to raise money, get people to give clothes and stuff for him and for his, because he had a son.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And that, I mean, you know,
He was gonna
how bad
where
is
was
it?
the son?
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
No, he
though.
wasn't there.
Oh,
No, the son was with probably with the baby mama.
I think it's a toddler.
Yeah, it's a little baby. So
okay.
so they were trying to get clothes for the young man and clothes for his son, because he just felt hopeless. Like he was ready to just give up. He was ready to jump.
That's just that day.
Yeah.
That's just that moment.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities. Oh my God.
But so many people feel so lost and so hopeless, and they don't feel as though there's anybody else that they can reach out to.
Wow.
And so I guess that somebody just stopped and cared, because who would have even thought that somebody would even stop and even care?
Right.
And so that's why it's hard for me as a doctor. You said, well, where the doctor at? Da, da, da. Because honestly,
say it like that,
No. But real talk.
People
though.
do.
No,
People do. They do.
100%.
They do. Yeah.
Because thank you. I've been waiting. I've gotten it multiple times, and I understand, because you don't know what I'm dealing with in the room next door. I'm probably having a conversation because somebody has now called 911 and brought that person in, and now I'm having a very in-depth conversation with that person about what's
You're
going on.
evaluating them.
No. I'm having a real life.
Okay.
So you're playing
What is real-
psychologist now.
I have to.
Wow.
You gonna love New Amsterdam.
I have to.
You gonna bring that story up?
Because I'm telling you, everything that
have
she's
to.
they doing it on the
Yeah.
show.
I'm a therapist. I'm a mother. I'm a doctor. I'm a nurse sometimes. I'm a cleaner. I'm all kinds of different
But you're just getting
things.
paid just to be a doctor, right?
I'm 100% getting paid my doctorate, which is still underpaid for everything that we do.
Yeah, I can
So-
see that. But what I love about what you're doing, you got a side hustle.
Yes, I do.
I love that side hustle. Tell
Yes,
us
I
about your
do.
side hustle.
So, speaking of some of the things, not to sound negative about healthcare, but these are real shit things, and I'm seriously going through, and that's what's going on in healthcare. It sounds like going on that show. But in 2020, kind of during the pandemic, I got burnt out, and I'm a relatively young doctor, and I got burnt out, and I was traveling as an ER doctor. I was working in some of the small rural places around here, in New Albany, over here in Crittenden, up in Union City, Tennessee, and I was staying in these places that were contributing to my burnout. They were like these 3-star hotels, and the bed is lumpy.
Some of them probably wasn't even a star.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
leave the
You
light on.
3 stars is strong, baby.
You're right. That's a
You don't
strong.
give 'em a 5.
So, but I would say maybe about 2-ish stars.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do is to create spaces for other traveling medical professionals that would contribute to their healing and their restoration. So I started a short-term housing company, and basically for furnished apartments and corporate housing for traveling medical professionals. It's called Sherwood Properties. It's right here in Memphis. And I wanted to make sure that I started it here more specifically because, everybody hears all the negative shit that goes on in the city. And going to your point as to why I'm here, there's something just so magical here. It's something very, very special about this city, and I want more people to understand that.
I agree.
And I feel like this is a way to kind of infuse that in my business and actually serve other people in a different way that we typically don't get served, because people come to us when they have a problem. My leg is broke. Okay, let me set it. Let me do this. My chest hurts. Okay, let me fix your heart attack. So we also need healing, and we also need restoration. And I wanted to make sure that we also had a space here in the city to do that.
And that's the interesting thing that people probably never think about is the doctor.
Exactly.
I mean, because y'all go through shit too. Y'all are human just like we are. Just because y'all
sometimes
know.
I think we forget that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we definitely forget that.
And as the Tyree Nichols trial, I mean not trial, but the conversation. That's one of the things I heard CJ, the chief, talk about, that the police officers, they go to psychiatrists, all the time, because you got to believe when you pull up on the scene and somebody's been shot and their head is. I mean, that would mess me up.
After a while, I mean, like we've been in the news business or in the media business for a while, and you really do get numb to a lot of shit that happens. I mean, I know.
Yeah, but some of that stuff affects you.
But I know it affects you. But I know.
And I don't think
you
know it affects you like that.
I mean, think about you're a reporter at a TV station, and your job is to go up and get a story from somebody's family that just lost everything.
Right.
Yep.
Think about that. Think about after you do that 3-4 times, you're not really. I'm not gonna say you're not human, but you're a lot of that natural feelings that the average person have. You really don't have it anymore. You become numb to a lot of things. I mean, cause I remember when my uncle got killed, and we're in the car waiting to see what's going on, and you hear police officers and EMT laughing, having joking and stuff like that. And you sitting there, your heart's sinking, and they're just it's just business as usual for them.
Right.
And they don't even, and I'm sure that most of the time they don't even think about it.
You know what? I remember I was watching one of those emergency shows, and you know how they would be behind the scenes and follow the people. And I'm gonna tell you what made me stop watching that is this man had passed away, and the doctors were joking about who was gonna go and tell his family. And after that, I was like, yeah, I ain't got to watch this stuff no more.
And you know what? And I hate that they showed that, but I think that I'm glad that they did, because we use so much humor
to soften
to deflect.
Yes, to deflect and to kind of cope through. Like, if you really heard our conversations, you'd be like, God damn, do y'all have a soul? But it's really a protection barrier. Because if you really sat and thought about what you just did or what you had to do, meaning I'm thinking about, like, if I just had to pronounce, someone's uncle and then go in and tell the family, I have to emotionally prepare myself to do that.
Right.
Because I already know the screams, the cries, the weight that carries.
But here's
you
the
can't carry
kind of
it.
like you have to like
carry
buffer
it.
it.
You cannot
it's
carry
very
it.
hard.
So when people say, you remember when I told you about, I've been doing nails forever and a day, and you know how people are. They tell these stories. I cannot carry your story beyond the minute that you have in front of me.
Right.
If I take on all of that, all the stuff that people tell me, I would be crazy.
Yeah, and that goes to almost every profession, because I know me as a television producer, I move on to the next project.
Got to.
And people will call me, hey man, you remember my project, blah, 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 blah.
No.
What? No, I don't.
Circle back, tell me.
But here's the problem. A lot of people get mad.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's their heart and soul. And that was just for them, but it was just a job for us.
Yeah, but you got to be able to articulate that to them. I can't, and I've always said that please don't take it personal. You just have to remember there's at that point in time, let's say 15, 20 people sitting in front of me a day.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world I'm going to remember what you told me. And you ought to be glad I don't remember.
Right.
That means I can't gossip about it.
I had somebody, hey man, I need that footage you took. I was like, who is this? Oh man, it's such and such. And I'm like, who is that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I go to Facebook and
You so
see who they are.
Help me out.
Yeah, you keep the conversation going long enough so you can remember who it is. Oh yeah.
And you still really don't.
And you still really don't.
No, because you told Chauncey to call me today.
Yeah.
I was like, who? It's Chauncey, man. What used to be with All Good. I said, oh, okay. I'm still like,
lost.
They're all okay. Work out all the time.
And this is the thing that got me though. It's like, yeah, man, you shot this thing for me. I was like, wasn't that 10 years ago? Yeah, man, but you still got my stuff.
You still got it?
No,
we don't.
We don't keep. We got a time. I'm not gonna say how long we keep stuff, but there's a time limit. No, it's not.
Because
I'm saying 10 years is a long time.
There's a time limit.
A long time.
Because, but the funny thing is, in our business, that technology has changed 3 times.
Right.
When we first started, Fabian used to carry a camera that probably weighed
30
pounds. And and I remember him going to the doctor, and basically the doctor was like, "What do you do?"
Right.
And it goes back to what you said.
Shoulder pain.
You carrying around 30 pounds every
it's
day.
funny about what you said. My doctor, he called me after that. I said, "Man, doc, I don't know what's going on with my shoulder and my neck." And he said, "Well, get some X-rays." So got the X-rays. He called me. This is out of his mouth. Not, "Hey, Fabian, how you doing?" "Man, you got the neck of a 70-year-old. And I'm like, "How you doing too, doc? I mean, are you doing all right?" And he said, "Yeah, I guess I could have opened with that."
No, he just trying to get you the information.
He's awkward.
He wants you to know you doing something wrong.
Yeah, I was like, dude. And he said, "Man, we're gonna do some intervention on your ass, or you gonna be crippled."
And luckily, technology is shrunk.
Man. And people like, "Man, why you taking around these small cameras?" I was like, "Dude."
It still works.
I tell you what, man. I got one of our old ones, and I want you to come over and just put it on your shoulder and walk around with it out. And it's so rough. It is so rough on you. I mean, because when
Your body.
you 25, 30, even
ain't
getting
thinking
into your
about
40, you ain't think you just throw that. Come on, man. I mean, me and Ike, we walked around New Orleans when we were shooting something for the Super Bowl back when the Patriots went. I walked around that for about 3 hours just like this because you walk around with the big camera, you can get in anywhere.
Oh yeah. We walked in, and they like, "Y'all move out the way. Come
BET
BET here."
Not BET, dang.
That's what it was.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break.
Oh, wait
because,
a minute.
What?
Kimberly, what's the description of this damn cigar we got?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, that's right. We forgot about this Joya.
This Joya
sexual.
this with this red lipstick.
Yeah.
I bet you can sell that online.
Yeah, we sell
got it.
online.
Sell it
Somebody
online.
buy that shit.
Somebody buy that with that red lipstick.
So is it like, could we start like an Instagram of like?
No, we need to
partially
GoFundMe.
used?
Don't forget.
Can we do a
trying to
foot
see
fetish? Can we do a
Beyonce
foot
still.
page?
Get a what?
We should do feet and cigars.
Feet. Ooh.
For the only
I'm
fan.
Lips
for
and
the
cigar.
OnlyFans, lips and
Lips and
cigars.
cigars. That's a good idea.
That's a bit boom.
Boom. There you
We
go.
gonna do it?
Boom.
Boom.
There
We
you
gonna
go.
boom.
There you go. And businesses are created on the Smoke Podcast. So if you need if you need some inspiration, hit us up. We
Tell us
got
about the
you.
cigar.
cigar,
Tell us about the cigar.
Kimberly.
We gonna
Because
charge
there's
you
gonna be
a little fee.
somebody out there that's just gonna really love that Joya.
Oh, really? It's a beautiful two-tone cigar with a new tasting concept. The cigar is first rolled with an Ecuadorian wrapper. Then the tip is covered with a rich, dark, and sweet Nicaraguan wrapper.
That
Thus,
right
the
there.
burning side provides a creamy, mellow taste alongside with the sweet and spicy character that the rich wrapper delivers to your mouth.
So I'm gonna say this: if
The
you
mouth.
this cigar, because it's got the two different tobaccos, as you would have smoked it if you had smoked the whole thing, the flavor would have changed.
Definitely,
Interesting.
the
Yeah,
profile
because
changed.
it would have changed because as you get to this part right here,
And especially, you really get the flavor of the cigar once you get to the middle. Yeah. The
Oh,
middle
I
cigar.
thought you were gonna say the tip.
The tip. Just put the
Just
tip
the
in.
tip.
Just put the
Just
tip
the
in.
tip. Just to see how it feels.
The doc on here being kind of
But you know what?
Some other shit.
I thought about this when you talked about how you're under stress and stuff. After you get through with a day, this would be your go-to.
Yeah.
Again, it's just you sitting, you taking your time, you're
There's
not
no rush.
because when at least on the television shows like New Amsterdam. You see the doctors huddled up outside, smoking cigarettes or whatever, just trying to I guess
They need a moment.
Yeah, they need a moment. So I think this to me, and I know this may not be what you ultimately end up doing, but the cigar is that's what you do is what it's designed for. When you get through, you want to decompress, sit somewhere, but you couldn't do it in the hospital.
Right.
You would really want to be able to
You want
sit
to be
someplace
somewhere and have a good time.
Yeah,
Probably
just-
on my balcony.
And that's the way the Smoke podcast is. We are sitting around smoking a cigar, having conversation. It's not about the cigar. It's not about the alcohol.
It's the conversation.
It's the conversation of
The
what you
people.
do when you smoking a cigar. You go to a cigar bar, you bullshitting with your partners.
Absolutely.
I don't know anybody that went to the cigar bar to be mad.
Right.
No.
Nah, that ain't the place to
That
take
ain't
it.
the place to take it.
That
You
ain't
go
the
to a
place to take it.
cigar bar, you got time, and you just want to sit and
Then
chill.
you just want to sit and chill.
My
That's
partner,
the purpose.
My partner came in from Atlanta the other day. We went down to the cigar bar. we sat in there for a minute and we just walked around downtown smoking our cigars, and that was one of the best times. Just seeing, looking at the scene,
And that's when I
having
usually
a good time.
I'll get a cigar. I'll go outside on my deck and I will just light it up, and I may turn the television on. A lot of times I just take my phone and play some music and just sit out there and just enjoy. And
Just
again,
chill.
you're gonna have you about an hour. And even if you start smoking, take a break. Come back out, pick it up, light it again, keep smoking, finish the rest of it.
That's what I did the other day.
Yeah, that's to me, that's the pleasure of cigar smoke, because you can do it by yourself.
You can do it by
You
yourself.
can do it with somebody else. I mean, it's always good to do it with somebody else because
It
you
is
sit
the
there.
company.
Yeah, the company. You next thing you know, you done smoke 2 or 3 of them though when you
And
with
see,
somebody else.
and this is my opinion. You know, you and Kimberly already knows that she go to the cigar lounge. She ain't gonna probably have to buy nothing.
That's not true.
You know, because there's always. I'm gonna tell you this. There's always a guy.
that guy.
There's always a guy.
That guy, there's
Hey,
one.
you know what? You need to try this.
Kimberly, it does not happen for me, so I don't know what they're talking about. But it might happen for you.
You so bullshit.
Be weary of guys that come pull up next to you and they bring out their case, whoop, and they got all these cigars, and then as they sit back and look over there at you, get ready.
That feels weird.
It's not weird.
That's what
Hey, you know, we this is what happened. You sit down and you just chill.
They want to make sure that you have a
You
great
chilling,
time.
and then
Okay.
if a woman, even if it's a guy sitting next to you, you gonna strike up a conversation.
Yeah.
That's
That's
just
just
it.
what happens.
And most people in a cigar bar, that's what they go for. They're not going to. Nobody trying to go to hook up.
No.
They just want to have a good time.
No.
I've definitely gotten hit on at a cigar bar.
See that?
Well, I mean, you got hit on. I
There
mean,
it
but
is.
shit.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure you did your whole Issa Rae thing. Yeah.
No, this
Yeah.
guy definitely tried to take me from my man in a cigar bar.
Oh, so you were there with somebody?
Absolutely.
And
I was
he
down there
probably went to the humidor.
Havana Mix.
What do you
went to the
say?
humidor
Hold up. No, we got to hear this story. Tell us the story.
I'm trying to remember what happened.
Make up some.
No.
Not make up something.
We were down there. We were drinking, and he was smoking, and I was with him. And we sat at the table like this, honestly, across from some guys. I think they were randomly some
Talking about the
cues.
tall tables.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
tall
the tall
tables.
tables.
And
What's up, Rob?
I don't remember what the conversation was, but this guy was just feeling my energy and was like
I love
trying
that.
to get my number. And I don't know.
With your
Hold
girl?
up.
My man,
Did you
my
give it
man
to
was
him?
right.
So what does your guy
Did you-
say?
did
What
you
does your
give it to
guy
him?
say? What does your guy say?
Don't ask no follow-up question.
What does your guy say? What does your guy
She
say?
said don't ask
He
no
was
follow-up question.
oblivious.
Then
Well, shit.
Yeah.
No. Well, he probably thought.
he probably like, I'm gonna see what she gonna do.
No, it wasn't even that.
probably
No,
wasn't
he
even
probably
that
thought. He probably
serious.
was like, oh, they just
He
work
was
together or some
oblivious.
shit.
He's just talking.
He was
I mean,
oblivious.
because honestly, if you sit there and you strike up a conversation with a woman and she's there with a guy, you assume that they're just friends, not friends.
Oh.
Hey,
Air quote friends.
I
They
live
just
by the
friends.
wish factor.
You know what? That's true. And the person I was dating at that time, yes, it probably was giving
It was-
friend
yeah, it was
more
giving
than
friend
like
vibes.
Friend
romantic.
zone.
And then the fact that
You're
you
right.
sit there and had a whole conversation with somebody else and not even him.
And I entertained it.
See, that's what I'm
I
saying.
entertained
You
it.
entertained it, and you
I
probably
entertained
slid
it.
that number. There you go. Now, don't say
Not
shit.
slid. Don't be trying to put her on Front Street.
Slid it.
She didn't slide.
Look. She ain't saying she
She
didn't.
skipped the dude.
She ain't saying she didn't.
You want some more wine? Here, Kimberly. Here you go.
She skipped the dude. She gonna
right,
skip
darling.
right
All right,
past
all
all
right,
of that.
All right, Smoke fam, we're going to take a break
Merci beaucoup.
because Dr. Kim, she really wants to give somebody to smoke, and she want to talk about all this shit that's happening in this great city of Good Abode, like our guy Stan Bell will say. Smoke fam, we'll be right back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the
Welcome
Smoke
back.
Podcast. Man,
We had such a long segment, we had to take a longer break.
Enjoy.
yes. So, who you want to get a smoke to?
Who you want to talk
What
about?
you want to talk about?
What you wanna talk about?
Let's air it out first.
Let's go to this Tyree Nichols situation. Everybody talking about these police officers. I feel like it is my duty as an emergency physician to give the smoke to these EMS and these fire people.
Okay. You can do it. You
Last
qualified.
week, I listened to last week's episode, and y'all talked about, how EMTs and medics and things like that, they take an oath. I don't think they do, but they are all in the medical healing field, and they should want to provide aid and care. And I think that just the actions of the EMTs or the medics or whatever level of care they were on the scene is just absolutely disgusting. And unfortunately, I think it shows a culture of, unfortunately, deference to the police in cities. In this city more specifically, I know when EMTs get on the scene, they immediately sometimes go to the police officers and to see like what's going on and try to get their perspective
instead of running to the victim,
instead of getting to the victim and actually assessing the situation and understanding
for themselves.
And I understand that you have to have some context as to like what's going on in the scene, but to like get indoctrinated in the way and don't actually attend to a patient.
Because
That's
they know,
it was
because
a
you know
patient.
that he wasn't on. He you know, from the look at him, you knew that it wasn't an overdose or no stuff like that.
You knew
No.
it didn't
You
even
knew
really
he-
matter
yeah.
though, right?
So-
I know it doesn't matter, but sometimes you got to ask, or did they take something or something like that?
So let me backtrack a little bit. To be honest with you, and I have not seen the video. I've heard bits and pieces about what's going on.
Me
I know
too.
he's like sitting up. They set him up and they slumped him over, and he was slumped over and all those things.
But the slump over was
But
the
the
key.
slump over.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The slump over is the key. And oh yeah, he's on. No, well, why don't you go to the scene and you assess the patient first?
For
He's
yourself.
obviously battered, right? So is there a C-spine injury? Like literally do the ABCs
Yep. There you
that
go.
we have been taught to do, and it's just disgusting to see that this is being displayed, I guess, for everybody else to see. And I don't think that people are talking about the actual medical dereliction of duty that was done there. And that hurts my feelings because it's hard for me because these patients will come to me in the ER. No, I wasn't working at Regional 1 when he probably came in. But I have been a part of that team before. I have been definitely in the trauma room, and I understand what that's like. And so I know how I feel just receiving a patient in the ER. So to see someone on the scene like that and not immediately want to render care, it's just disgusting. That's the only word I really have for it. So they get all the smoke from me. Those EMTs, they should have been fired. They should have the charges pressed. They should have their licenses revoked. All of those things.
All of those things.
I 100% agree with you.
Right.
But on another note, you heard from last week's show, we also talked about Queen Bee.
Yes.
Are you going?
Yeah, you already know she going. Look at her.
Look
She
at
can't-
that.
Look at her.
Look at her.
Boy.
She's upset.
I'm going with
now,
you.
But you know what?
here's
But you know
funny.
what?
She can afford the ticket.
No, but not only
I sure
that,
can.
she is Beyonce's demo.
Her demographic.
I am her ideal client.
Right.
I
Yeah,
sure
she's
am.
a demo.
Yeah.
I'm her ideal
And
client.
that's who she marketing. That's who she
Yeah.
going after. You people
Yeah.
that trying to do your rent and all that stuff. You ain't
Foolishness.
gonna you
So you
Stop
can't even
it.
get a ticket because of that.
I never got off the waiting list.
Oh wow.
I never did. And then me and a couple of other my ER doctor friends were like, yeah, girl, we finna go. We gonna go travel wherever we picked our cities. We made our top 5 and then we split up, tried to get on the list. None of us got off the
So the people that can afford it can't even get on the
can't
list.
even.
So are they gonna release? That's the thing. So if you didn't get on the list and these people that got on the list and can't afford the tickets, then are those tickets released back
Listen,
out?
Kim, girl, I don't know. But you know what I do believe? I believe that I will be seeing Beyonce this
I
year.
believe
I
it.
will.
I believe
and I know. Actually, not even I believe. I know that I'm going to see Beyonce on
Put
this
it in the
Renaissance
air.
tour.
There you
I
go.
don't know what way, shape, form, or fashion is going to happen, but myself is going to be screaming my
She said
head off.
myself.
Myself is going to be.
Was Vegas on your list of cities to go to?
No, but I'm going to Vegas in next week. No, 2 weeks for my birthday.
Ooh.
Hold up.
We
Didn't
don't have
you
to
just
talk.
get
I'm going to
back?
go see Ursha, baby.
Didn't
Ursha.
you just
he's
get
a
back from
Oh
resident.
yeah,
DR?
he's a resident. That's a good one.
Didn't you just get back from DR, Fiji?
I went to Mexico.
Galapagos
I
Islands?
went to Cancun for New Year's, and then I was in Puerto Rico for a millionaire summit.
I should have been there.
Yeah,
Tell
it was
us about,
amazing.
Tell us about the millionaire
Big
summit.
dream.
Okay. Have you guys ever heard of this lady called Rachel Rogers?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have
Rachel Rogers is a business coach. She actually is an attorney, but then she became a business coach after she was working with female entrepreneurs for so long. And so she basically has built a 8-figure company over 12 years of business, and she teaches other women and basically people that don't look like a typical millionaire. I'll just put it like that.
Right.
How to build lasting, sustaining businesses that are enjoyable to run, sustainable, and actually profitable. And so I came to know about her when she wrote this book, We Should All Be Millionaires.
Right.
And it's her on the cover, and it's a black girl, and and she will teach you, no matter how much money you make right now. You don't have to be a doctor like me. You could literally just be a regular person working at Kroger, working at the gas station. She will teach you how to make money. Period.
Okay.
Since I read her book, it has changed my life. Like, seriously.
I'm on
I
Amazon
highly
now.
recommend it.
I'm on Amazon
Get
now.
it.
Give me one too.
Buy her
When
book.
I get through, I'll pass it down.
So anyway,
I don't
so
like share
now
copies.
that I bragged about Rachel, so she had a conference in Puerto Rico. Was that last week? No, it was a couple weeks ago, in January, and it was almost 1,000 entrepreneurs from across the globe, and we were learning how to build our businesses. We were learning we were networking with each other.
That's the cool part.
All those things as well. Yeah, so it was an amazing experience. I got to meet her. I got to meet some other speakers, like in the kind of more of the digital marketing space, like Danielle Leslie, Corey Arvinger. People are doing like support HBCUs, things like that.
Yeah.
But the energy in the room was incredible. It was all minority, LGBTQ, black women, all kinds of businesses.
So the whole
it was
gamut.
amazing.
Oh, that's
yes.
cool. That's cool.
what's
It was
up.
a fantastic experience.
And in Smoke Fam, I know a lot of smokers are entrepreneurs. A lot of or because this is not a cheap habit. It really is. I'm gonna go ahead and say it is not a cheap habit. And most
cheap culture.
it's not a cheap culture. And I know a lot of people that's in the culture of smoking, and I call that people that smoke once at least 3 or 4 sticks a week. You're in the culture if you smoke 3 or 4 sticks a week.
Yeah.
I mean, you deep in the culture if you smoke 3 or 4 a day.
Wow.
Which a lot of people do. And it's not a cheap habit. So I mean, the cigar business is doing very well. And that's the type of people that are supporting you, supporting us, and supporting our dreams and all that. Because there's a lot of money to be made in this world.
Absolutely.
It really is.
In this city.
And in this city.
I agree.
And
100.
when we were
Absolutely.
coming up, we couldn't we couldn't think about the possibilities the way this younger generation can think about
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
possibilities.
Yeah, but I
But
think
you have
the
to be open
difference.
to listening.
Yeah,
too.
and I think the difference too is that this generation that's coming out now, they this microwave generation. They want stuff right now. Listen, we've been in business for 20 plus
23
years. And you didn't go to I always tell my kids, you don't plant an apple seed and pick apples the next day, have apples to eat the next day.
Right.
It's a process. You gotta
You gotta
nurture
plant
it
the
and
seed,
plant it and-
nurture it.
Yeah.
You giving shit away
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
You taking jobs just to get in.
Yeah.
But the cheat code is listening to people like us.
Yeah.
And hitting our advice, and so it does not have to
It
take
doesn't have
10
to. It
years
doesn't have to.
anymore.
You're right.
It
You
can
know,
take maybe
more,
10, maybe 5, maybe 3 if you're smart and you do everything that you need to do.
Yeah.
But I guess where I
But
was
they be
coming with that
expecting stuff the
is
next
Right,
day.
be overnight.
I've got a son that's graduating from high school, and I'm like, and when he was young, he tested, real smart, smart as a whip. I'm like, so what we gonna do about school? Well, I was thinking I want to start my clothing line.
Do he know how to run a business though?
I'm like,
it's not
no,
even that.
but-
It's a lot. It gets a lot more.
And I'm like, I told him, so I'm telling him, I said, so, you need to come up with a plan. I said, I will support you 100%, but I'm not, you gotta have a plan. I said,
show
you
me
gotta tell
something.
me,
Yeah.
give me a progression, give me a timeline as
you
far
gonna start out
as
with
when
the
you're gonna
cricket?
launch it. Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you
gonna
gotta
start out
do
with-
something,
yeah.
and that's what he has been struggling with, trying to put it all together, and then, my wife is like, he needs to go to college, and I agree. He at the very least go
I
to
disagree
business
with
school.
that.
I agree.
I disagree with
Okay,
that.
I disagree with
I'm
that
not saying
also.
not college per se, but he needs to learn either a
trade.
trade, something that he can fall back on. I got another son that's an aircraft mechanic. He didn't go to college. He went to aircraft school. He learned to fix planes. Now he fixes planes at FedEx. So
He is what Kevin Samuels was called a platinum brother.
Jesus.
It's anybody that makes over $100,000 or close to it.
Pause.
Are we quite
Is that the threshold for platinum?
Yes, it is. And he explained it. He said you gold if you 50 to 100.
Gold?
And yeah. And
gold?
Platinum. Because, I mean, how many brothers?
Okay, hold on. No. Is there a diamond level, man?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. He probably make over 400,000.
Oh.
What's the percentage? What's the percentage of men? I'm gonna say the percentage of men that actually make over 100,000.
Men or black men?
No, I'm saying men first. That make over
100,000.
A lot.
Okay, what's the percentage of black men that make over 100,000?
Less.
Wait, 1%, 2%, 3%?
I don't know.
Yeah. So you think about it. If you're a brother,
and that's a platinum.
Yes.
That's my problem. I'm like, is there a diamond level?
I'm saying there's a diamond level. There's a diamond. And that's
intergalactic.
Yeah.
I was like, intergalactic.
I'm like, what's the problem?
It's got to be something off the charts.
Yeah, it is off the chart.
That's
well, you know, it is low. I don't disagree with you. I sent that to a partner of mine. He's like, oh shit, I'm a diamond, I'm a platinum motherfucker. I was like, yeah.
Check this out. The medium income for in 2021 was $48,207
for a black man
in the United States. Yes, for a black household.
What that mean?
You got to remember the household in Memphis is not the average household.
It's just Kimberly.
Is probably
everybody
about 48,
you know probably does that.
Do what now?
That make over $100,000. Everybody you know.
That's true.
Okay.
Think about it like that. Everybody you know, and you only. And I don't know I don't know your circle.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's not a lot of black men that you know. That I mean, I'm sure every black man you know, you probably assume makes over 100,000.
Check this out, right? Check this out. This is from the U.S.
Most of the
Census.
women I know make over 100.
Check this out. According to the U.S.
Black
Census Bureau, Memphis is the poorest city in the United States with an average median income of $32,285 for a family.
A family.
And so, like I say, the men you know that hangs out at the places you hang out.
We intergalactic then.
The hangs out at the places you hang out.
Y'all
it's like that.
Y'all are funny.
Period, Pooh.
And you know what?
I just hang out with people that make a lot of money.
I look at and I look at my network of people, and everybody that I know makes that I hang out with makes good money.
They make great money.
Some of them lie about the money they make. Now let's get that. And some of them are
But let me just go by saying the people that I do know, their profession dictates that they.
But you don't. But I always
not necessarily.
I have young people talk about they talk about this person doing this person doing that. I said, well, just follow them home.
See what they say.
See what they say.
That's true.
See what they eat.
That's true.
Go out to lunch and see who picks up the tab.
That's true too.
I mean, it's a lot of things that goes on in people's lives that are not the truth.
That's true. Like reality TV. So
reality or social media.
Social media have
I mean,
I
done seen a lot of people that I know.
Hey, we done ran into plenty of folks that's flogging.
What? Man. Yes.
That's why I don't post.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I had a guy. He was driving this big Benz. His ass ran out of gas.
That's like I saw a Lamborghini on the side of the road.
Maybe it broke down. I'm gonna get it broke down. But this dude ran out of gas. He ran out of gas. And no shade to him. No shade to him. I ran out of gas before too.
In a Toyota, that's fine.
I ran out when I had my Range Rover. I ran out of gas.
When I had my Hyundai,
I wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
But this.
I remember me and Faye was coming back from we were coming back from Mississippi. We had shot this what was a boxing match down in this casino in Mississippi. We was in Tunica. Faye said, "Man, we almost out of gas." we was coming through Tunica.
And I make decent money.
We was coming through Tunica. And he was like, and then slowly but surely the truck ran out of gas. Like we could almost see the damn gas station. So we standing on the side of the road. We flagged this guy down, and this brother took us. To get some gas and brought us back.
Ain't God good.
And then what happened? You know what happened? We were talking shit.
Wasn't paying attention. And he looked down.
So it happens. But the story about the guy that ran out of gas, he called me up. I went and put some gas in his tank. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, go to the gas station and I'll fill you up. Mm-hmm. He go to the gas station. Oh man, just put $5 in it.
What?
After the gas ran
No,
out.
it's like, yeah. I said, dog.
I'm gonna fill you
Hold
up.
on, hold on. No. Just take premium.
Yep. $5 ain't gonna get you nothing. A gallon, 1.2
I was
gallons.
like, this is premium, man. He said, no, just put 5 in it.
I'm just trying to get home, man.
I was like, dog. And then it was a 7 series. It wasn't a little bitty one.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That I was like just giving it like a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a CC.
Where, was he almost at home?
No.
So can we get a smoke? Can we get a smoke to all these folks that's flogging in?
Period.
Period. If you flogging, you get
But
the
you know
smoke.
what? But I will say this. We came up in the fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. I was thinking the same
That's a
thing.
fake it till you make it area. And you know.
Well, what's theirs called? Flodge it till you make it. What's theirs called? They got,
But it's still the same.
No. Theirs is called "You Ain't Gonna Ever See How I Really Live" era.
Okay.
Because it's just like you go to California. It's like, hey man, what's up? I'm in Cali. Oh man, I just left.
You just left the whole state.
Left the whole state. I'm out of town on some other stuff. And you go to their Instagram, you find out they still in California.
Oh, wow.
stuff
You be
like
doing
that.
investigative
Ooh.
reporting.
No. It's
Has
just
that happened to you?
your feed comes up. Your feed comes
You
up.
can say you
Oh,
was
this
doing-
feels personal. Okay, and what else had happened?
She said this feels
It's just shit.
crazy.
Damn.
That's
Like,
weird.
yeah.
We
That's
because of the business that we're in, we run into a lot of people with pie in the sky dreams.
I understand.
And I have no issue with that. No issue with that at all.
Here's me and Fabian's probably the number one issue is don't waste my time.
Absolutely.
I mean,
or don't dangle that carrot in my face.
That's good, man. If you shoot this right here, I'm gonna bring you a whole bunch of other people. We call it dangling
Yeah.
the carrot,
Yeah.
trying to get us to keep working for them for free. No, bro, go on.
And
Come on,
I used to
bro.
tell Ike, I said, if you ever see me pick up a magazine during a meeting,
Let's go.
let's go. Because after a while,
wrap.
you like, because, in business general, after a while, you recognize bullshit really quick.
Real fast.
Yeah, you have a BS
Really
detector.
quick. I mean, and me and Ike would be sitting there, and then it's like, oh, the magazine out, and that's the cue to, that's the cue for somebody
All right,
else.
then.
All right,
so
man, let's talk about this. Yeah. And I tell people, if you ever see me pick up a magazine, I'm uninterested.
Interesting.
Dang, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now I know.
And and at first I didn't realize I was doing it. And somebody finally told me, hey man, we sitting there having a conversation.
Because you've checked out. You're
I
done.
checked out.
You already know this bullshit. You're
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm good.
And see, for me, I jump on my phone. When I jump
and
on
the phone
that's-
is in the magazine.
No, and you're a Virgo too, so
Yes,
you have
I
a
am.
very hard time with like hiding things. You like when you're done, you're like,
Okay.
Because
I got
you're
time.
through. We're basically through.
You're done.
I'm like on to the next thing.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, but that's the way some of us are. And we get, in business, you become a entrepreneur. I'm gonna tell everybody this: you become an entrepreneur, your bullshit meter.
It goes up.
It is not that it goes up; it gets
Sensitive. It's real sensitive.
It's sensitive. And you know what I'll say about entrepreneurship as a quote new entrepreneur is this is probably the most mentally challenging thing that I've ever done in my life.
And here's the bad thing
It's
about
not
here's
easy.
the thing
And
that I'm
it's
gonna
not
say.
easy.
But here's the thing I'm gonna say about you. And you have a real gig. And I'm not saying your other one right now, you building it from the top to take over what you're doing now, but you have a backup. A lot of entrepreneurs do not have that backup.
I tell it to everybody. Hey, until you can make it, get you a real job, and then pour all your extra time into your hustle until your hustle becomes your real job.
Yes.
And this has been my real job for 23 years.
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
I'm back
yeah.
on the other side now. So, and no shame in the game. Whatever.
And it's no shame. It is no shame because a lot
it's
of people,
pivoting.
things just change.
Things change.
And you got to be able to swivel.
And one
With that
time,
pivot, yeah.
and I think that's the biggest thing about entrepreneurship is you got to realize when your shit ain't working,
Right.
That's true.
and you got to realize it before it's too late.
And make the change.
And make
Make
the
the
change.
change.
And
Yep.
not be so attached to things. You know what? Let me tell you. You said one thing. You all said one thing about, have a backup and all these things. But even me becoming a physician, like I got denied so many times. How many times do entrepreneurs hear
Lots.
no?
Oh,
No every
All
day.
day,
Listen,
every
when we-
day.
And I kept applying to U.S. medical schools here in the United States because I just felt like that's what I needed to do. And I was so anti going to a Caribbean medical school. But it was on my third application. I'm in graduate school trying to figure out my life and do all these things. And then it wasn't until someone said, well, why don't you try this way? Why don't you apply to a Caribbean school? And then maybe that's when you'll actually get it. I know these people and they did fine. And it wasn't until I did that I got accepted to medical school for the first time, and now that I'm here. So I kept trying something, and it didn't work. Yep. And it's like, maybe if I just adjust my perspective just a little bit.
Yep. And you got to be,
but you kept your eyes on the goal.
But you also knew that you needed to adjust when it kind of clicks right here. A lot of people don't get that.
Yeah,
they think that if they wait to that point, and then they spend so much time, wasted and money,
a whole nother degree.
It's about the money. No, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Kimberly, we are so happy you joined us.
Oh, this was the bomb.
Yeah.
If you want to let everybody know what your handles, tell them.
Well, if you want to find me on Instagram, it is at Dr. Dr. Kimberly B. If you want to check out my business, Sherwood Properties, if you're a traveling medical professional or any type of traveling professional, you can check out my website at sherwoodproperties.co. And if you want to see me and what I'm up to, then my page, my website is drkimberlyb.com.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Right there.
Yes.
And if you want to follow us, we on social media too.
The Smoke Podcast.
The Smoke.
Yes.
Podcast.
You can find us on
The Smoke
YouTube.
Podcast.
We still the Smoke Podcast.
Hey, did y'all ever hear anything from them guys that tried to make us shut our thing down?
Nope.
Yeah.
We the Smoke Podcast.
They didn't want no smoke. They didn't want no smoke.
This is what we heard. Crickets.
Kick rocks.
Yeah. Man, this is a great show, y'all.
Smoke fam. Until we smoke again, we will holla.
Holla. This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.